marked by the abyss, the soul contract you don't remember making. There are truths we whisper, and then there are truths we bury so deep that even our dreams dare not speak them. This is one of those truths. Some of us were not sent here to be angels of light. Some of us were forged in the shadows. We didn't come to spread peace, we came to shatter illusions. We didn't incarnate to be comfortable, we came to burn down the false matrix. If that resonates somewhere deep in your bones, if you felt like your path has always been darker, heavier, more intense than most, then this message is for you. Because you might just be what I call the dark chosen one, marked across dimensions, not by light, but by the force that exists before light. We need to start with something honest. This world is not what it seems. The spiritual community often paints a picture of love, light, and ascension, and yes, those things exist. But beneath that, there's a deeper layer, a layer of cosmic contracts, soul warfare, and dimensional infiltration. Not all of us signed up to be healers. Some of us signed up to be hunters, to walk into the dens of deception and tear the veil from inside out. And to do that, we had to carry something most people fear: demonic codes. Not because we are evil, but because we are immune. We are encoded to survive what would shatter others. And that immunity gives us access to dimensions where light cannot penetrate, but truth can. So how do you know if you are one of the dark chosen? The signs are not what you expect. They don't show up in your aura color or your astrology chart. They show up in your life story. The first sign is this: you were born into chaos. From the very beginning, your life had weight. Trauma, betrayal, abandonment, psychic attacks, maybe even near-death experiences. You didn't get a gentle childhood. You got baptized by fire. That's not random, it's initiation. The dark dimensions don't choose the soft-hearted, they choose the resilient. They carve you out early because your pain becomes your portal. Every wound is a gateway to deeper awareness. Every betrayal sharpens your discernment. You were never meant to heal in the traditional sense. You were meant to remember through suffering. The second sign is your ability to see through everything. Lies don't survive long around you. Fake smiles, spiritual bypassing, false light, it all makes your skin crawl. You've probably been called too intense, too cynical, or too negative. But what you really are is clairdarkient. You don't just feel energy, you decode it. You walk into a room and instantly know who's hiding what. You sense corruption before it surfaces. You see the shadow behind the mask. That's a gift from the demonic dimensions, not to destroy, but to expose. You're not here to sugarcoat. You're here to unmask. And that truth-telling energy makes you dangerous to any system built on illusion. That's why people either fear you or follow you. The third sign is your relationship with darkness itself, not as something evil, but as something familiar. You're not afraid of the dark. You rest in it. You create from it. You remember inside it. While others run toward the light for answers, you sit in the void and become the question. You've had visions, maybe even encounters with beings that others would label demonic. But you didn't flinch because deep down, you knew them. Not as enemies, but as old allies. Guide. Initiators. They've tested you, terrified you, maybe even tempted you, but they also trained you. And that training wasn't given to many. It's sacred, it's secret, it's coded, and that code lives in your spine, your gut, your dreams, waiting to be unlocked. Let me ask you something you've never dared say out loud. What if the part of you you've been trying to purge is actually the part you're here to unleash? What if your anger is sacred? What if your darkness is holy? What if your negative energy isn't negative at all but primordial truth? Because here's the secret. The dark chosen are not here to be liked. We are here to disrupt. We carry the frequencies that shake false light out of its comfort zone. We are the ones who walk into temples and expose the rot behind the gold. We are the ones who trigger awakenings through pressure, not peace. And yes, we are often hated for it, misunderstood, cast out. But we didn't come here for applause. We came here for reformation. And nothing reforms faster than truth spoken with fire. The fourth sign is your magnetism. People are drawn to you and they don't know why. Some are obsessed. Others are terrified. You've probably had stalkers, copycats, or people projecting both reverence and hatred onto you. That's not your ego. That's your field. As a dark chosen one, your energy doesn't operate on surface levels. It pulls. It mirrors. It amplifies. You don't just walk into a room, you distort the matrix around you. People either level up or break down in your presence. That's part of your function. You're not here to make people feel safe. You're here to make them feel real. And that power is not something you control. It's something you steward. The more you try to shrink it, the more chaos it creates. The more you own it, the more it begins to refine itself. The fifth sign is your experiences with spiritual warfare. You've been attacked psychically. You've had sleep paralysis, nightmares that felt more like battles than dreams. Entities try to feed off you, maybe even full-blown possession attempts. Again, not random. That's because the dark realms know who you are. You are a threat not because you're evil, but because you carry the codes to bring balance. You're not on the side of demons or angels. You're beyond the binary. You are a cosmic equalizer, a neutralizer of polarity. And every time you survive these attacks, you activate deeper layers of that power. You become more sovereign, more unfuckwithable, more you. That's the real secret. The attacks don't weaken you, they refine you. Until the day comes when those same entities that once tried to break you bow to you. So let me ask you again, but deeper this time. What would happen if you stopped fearing your own darkness and started commanding it? What would happen if you stopped trying to purify yourself into holiness and instead let your shadow become your sword? The dark chosen ones are not here to be clean. We are here to be clear. We are not here to ascend. We are here to descend with consciousness, to walk into the underworld with open eyes and open hands and open contracts. That's what sets us apart. We don't run from the dark. We rule it, not with domination, but with presence. That's why we're feared, and that's why we're needed. Now, if you're still watching, still listening, still resonating, it means the code is alive in you. And in the next part, we go even deeper, into the final signs, into the training, into the laws that govern the demonic dimensions and how you can wield them without being consumed. You'll learn how to walk through hell without flinching, how to make pacts with your own power, and how to rise from your own ashes on command. The infernal crown, how to wield demonic power without losing your soul. If you've made it this far, you've already crossed a threshold most never dare approach. That alone is proof of your resonance. You're not here for surface-level spirituality. You're not here for affirmations and incense. You're here for truth that bites. You're here to reclaim what others fear. But now that you know you carry the mark, Now that you've begun to remember the dark contract your soul signed long before this lifetime, we must speak about responsibility. Because power without clarity becomes corruption, and the one who walks in the dark must walk with precision. You are not just a chosen one, you are a crowned one. And the infernal crown you wear is not made of gold. It's made of consequences. The sixth sign you are the dark chosen one is your capacity to command energy. You've probably noticed it in strange ways. When you speak, people listen even if they resist. When you focus on something, it bends toward you or breaks apart. Technology glitches around you. People feel exhausted or exhilarated after being near you. That's not coincidence. That's energetic dominion. Your field does not just observe, it influences. You are a living conduit of interdimensional frequencies. But here's the test. Can you hold that power without becoming seduced by it? Can you remain sovereign even as others project worship or fear onto you? Because the dark dimensions love to test ego. They will tempt you with influence, attention, seduction. They want to know, will you serve your essence or will you serve your image? This is where most fall. They begin to taste the nectar of power and forget the poison it carries. They begin to believe they are above others, beyond consequence. But here's the truth. The more power you carry, the more exacting the laws become. Not man-made laws, cosmic laws. Demonic dimensions are not chaotic realms. They are precise systems of energy exchange. Every pact, every intention, every word you speak echoes across timelines. So if you misuse your power, if you manipulate, deceive, or feed on others unconsciously, it will cost you. Not in punishment, but in retraction. Your gifts will distort. Your field will invert. Your clarity will cloud. That's why the real masters of darkness are not loud. They are quiet, intentional, surgical. They know that demonic power is not about domination, it's about discipline. Let me give you something real. To wield demonic power without losing your soul, you must develop inner contracts. These are not rituals or spells. They are vows of integrity. You must decide, clearly and consciously, what you stand for no matter who's watching. What pain you will transmute, what energy you will never feed on, what darkness you will allow to move through you without becoming you. These contracts become your compass in the void. Without them, you drift. With them, you go deeper than light. You become a being of absolute force, not because you control everything, but because you surrender nothing that matters. That's what the infernal crown demands. Not perfection, but precision of will. The seventh sign is this. You've already died, but you're still here. Maybe not physically, but spiritually, psychologically, energetically. You've undergone ego deaths, identity implosions, soul-level collapses that shattered everything you thought you were. And still you remain. Not as who you were, but as something reborn through fire. This is no accident. The dark chosen ones are resurrected beings. We've been to the bottom. We've seen the underworld not as myth, but as memory. And that memory lives in us. It speaks through our art, our silence, our presence. It whispers. You've already survived the worst. Now become the one who guides others through it. That's the real mission, not to avoid hell, but to lead others out of it. Now I must ask you something few ever ask. What if your pain was never meant to be healed, but harnessed? What if your trauma is not a curse, but a map? What if the shadow you carry is not your enemy, but your entry point to power. The world has lied to you. It told you to chase the light and fear the dark. But the truth is, the light without the dark becomes blinding. And the dark, when held with wisdom, becomes liberation. You are not here to be healed into softness. You are here to become unbreakable through truth. And that truth requires that you bow to nothing but your inner code. So here we are. You now know who you are, or at least you're beginning to. You are marked, not for destruction, but for disruption. You are chosen not to be saved, but to remember your power in isolation. And you are crowned not by lineage or luck, but by the fires you've walked through without turning to ash. That crown is invisible, but those who see beyond the veil recognize it, and they will either fear you or follow you. Your job is not to be understood. Your job is to be undeniably true. The weaponized soul. Training for the dark mission you were sent to complete. Now that we've unmasked the signs, broken the illusions, and reclaimed the infernal crown, there is only one path left: training. Because knowing you are the dark chosen one is not the same as being prepared to carry it. The truth is, the universe doesn't care about your potential, it responds only to your embodiment. You can have the codes, the past life contracts, the lineage of shadow mastery, but if you are not disciplined in your energy, you will become unstable. You'll either implode under the weight of your own power or be hijacked by forces that see your untrained field as an open door. This is where most fall. They awaken their darkness, but never train it. They access the void, but never anchor it. And so we begin here. Your soul must become a weapon, not of violence, but of unshakable clarity. The weaponized soul is not reactive. It doesn't flinch at chaos. It doesn't need to prove, persuade, or perform. It knows. And that knowing is its edge. But to reach that state, you must refine your inner field until every thought, every intention, every breath is aligned. That means no more leaking energy into people who drain you. No more explaining your path to those who mock it. No more guilt for breaking away from systems you were never meant to serve. You must move like a sovereign force. You must become ritualistic with your power. Wake up and command your energy. Speak to your guides. Set boundaries with spirits. Program your aura like a fortress. This isn't about ego. It's about energetic hygiene. Because the darker your mission, the cleaner your field must be. There will be days when your power terrifies even you, when your presence alone triggers people into rage or reverence, when entities appear in your dreams, offering pacts, promises, and illusions of grandeur. This is where discernment becomes your sword. Not everything dark is evil. Not everything light is pure. The weaponized soul walks between dimensions with no allegiance but truth. That means you may work with beings others fear. You may enter astral realms others avoid, but you walk in with contractual awareness. You don't beg, you don't barter, you command with respect. And if the being before you cannot meet you in mutual sovereignty, you banish it. Not with fear, but with frequency. Because your field, when trained, becomes your language. Your presence becomes your spell. Your silence becomes your judgment. And here's the paradox you must master. You are here to carry immense darkness, but you must do so with zero distortion. That means no martyrdom, no superiority, no savior complex. You're not here to save the world. You're here to rewire it. That looks like walking into corrupted systems, education, religion, media, politics, and holding a frequency so sharp, so surgical, that the rot begins to reveal itself. That looks like creating art, content, and spaces that transmit codes hidden in shadow. That looks like carrying grief, rage, and ancestral pain not to suffer, but to transmute it into power. You are not broken. You are encoded. Every scar is a sigil. Every heartbreak is a gate. Every breakdown was a ritual in disguise. So I leave you with this. What would your life look like if you stopped trying to heal your darkness and started training it? What if you stopped making yourself digestible to the false light and started living as an emissary of cosmic balance? You are not here to be understood. You are here to be undeniably real. You are not here to be loved by the many. You are here to be recognized by the few, the ancient ones, the watchers, those who remember the sound of your soul when it still echoed through infernal halls. This is not the end of your journey. This is the activation of your mission. Now go. Build your temple, sharpen your will, and step into the world not as a seeker, but as a sovereign force of darkness in service to truth.